Solve This Murder. I'm your detective, Bill.
And I'm your crime scene criminal and witnesses, Dani.
We're back, everybody. We're back after however long it's been.
And we'll be gone again as soon as we came.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
We're just coming in from the shadow, giving you a quick mystery, and then who knows what'll happen next.
Exactly.
But we've got a new mystery, so welcome to a new murder mystery. I don't know what it's called yet because I haven't played it, which means I haven't named it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
That's all right. We've definitely got a new letter of the alphabet for this one, I think.
The quizzical Quentin. Ooh, the case of the quizzical Quentin.
I should probably, before saying that, have double-checked all of our previous mysteries to make sure.
But
I'm pretty sure this is a new letter.
All right, so welcome everyone to part 1 of the case of the quizzical Quentin. Yep. I'm excited to get into a new mystery. I have new strategies, new plans, and I think this one will go so smoothly that this will be part 1 of 1, and I'll solve it in 10 minutes. Here we go.
Maybe. It's always my fear.
It's all right. Are we ready?
All right, I guess so.
Is there anything that we need to... Do we do stuff before we start? Do we, talk about things?
No.
It's been so long.
No.
We just get straight into the mystery?
No.
Everybody gets what they came for? We don't waste their time. Hey, Dani, what's your favourite murder? Okay, I'm done. Let's get going, I think.
All right. You start off with your usual phone call.
A bring.
Hello, Detective Bill, we're gonna need you, down on, Fulham Street East today, so, dress your best.
Oh, wonderful. Now, this is Detective Simba, for the uninitiated, calling me,
It's been so long that this is Simba Jr.
Oh, no.
Following in his father's footsteps.
Yes, I am Detective Bill. What's happened down on Fulham Street?
We've had a situation. We've just, found a body discovered in the, hair studio Hair Mazement.
Ooh. Oh no, I'm assuming dead.
Correct.
So
we've got a team down there, doing the usual, taking some photos, but it could really benefit from your expertise and dealing with the staff members as well. They're feeling a little frazzled, as you can imagine.
Oh, of course. Look, I'll get down there right away. Exactly. Okay, so let me just take as Bill gets in his private jet and flies just down the road, to the airport, then gets a taxi back up almost 100 meters.
Hates the environment
from where he was.
Loathes it.
I'm going to Fulham Street in the East Quarter. Did I make
You're
that
going to keep that?
Yeah, Fulham Street.
I think I changed it to Fulham Street East.
Oh, Fulham Street East. At Hair Mazement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to write that. Hair Mazement. We found a body. All right. So I'm gonna. If I arrive on the scene, I'm going to the hair studio.
Yeah, it's a freestanding small shop. Its front faces onto the main street. It is currently very much taped off, so people can't even walk past that part of the footpath. You head your way in. The windows have blinds drawn right now. Fair enough. So you step in, and what you see, pretty typical hairdressery sort of thing. So lining one wall, you've got hair products. Lining the other wall, you've got chairs in front of a big mirror with all of the little haircutty things in tubs. Tubs? Sure. And then there's a big bench running through the middle, which has hair washing stations. Mm-hmm. So the big, comfy, recliny chairs with basins behind them so that a client can lie their head back. And
oh no. Though I'm just picturing now there's a dead body with their head leaned back and their throat slit and...
You're not drastically far off.
Oh no, I wish I were.
However, it's a little bit cleaner to look at because what you can see, there's definitely, just from the way that everyone around it is acting, you can tell which one the dead body is. There is indeed someone lying in one of those recliny chairs. However, they're wearing a hairdressy gown. You might know they put like a black, almost a sheet that wraps around your neck and covers your body so you don't get hair on you. So that is there. So if there is something going on with their neck, and it seems like a reasonable theory, it is largely covered by what's going on there. It was a tasteful murderer.
Sure.
And beyond that area, as I was going to say, it starts to get a little bit admin. You've just got a computer and a little office-y looking area.
Yeah, all right. And when I get there, the police are on the scene?
Yes, just a couple of very underlingy types, not the ones you usually deign to talk to.
Is there anybody I can get like a, who was the first person on the scene, try and get a bit of a recap of what they found?
Absolutely.
Detective Simba's here, or?
No, but which is your favourite looking junior?
It's the one wearing his police hat backwards.
All right.
His name is Johnny Cools.
Sure. All right.
Johnny Cools, right? We worked together on the radical skateboard case.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course. Highlight. Oh, sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that, right?
No,
Oh,
I understand.
Man. Okay, yeah. What do you want to know? We were only called in, 20 minutes ago. Your jet was fast today.
Yes. So who were you first one on the scene?
Well, I mean, to get to the crime scene after we were called to the crime scene when the witnesses called us here. Yeah.
Do you know who called you in?
It was these two over here, and you take a look, and there are 2 women sitting down in some of the other chairs in the waiting-y sort of area.
Oh, okay, yep.
One of them looks like they might be in their late 20s, one maybe early 20s. He goes, cool, so these are the other 2 workers that are here. The woman that's been killed is the owner of this place.
Oh, I thought she was a customer based on wearing the smock.
Yeah, it's weird, right? I mean, I don't know. Do the hairdressers wear them too? I don't come to these places often, and he swishes his 2-foot-long hair back.
Good. He's cool dude. Johnny Cools. Interesting. Okay, so there's these 2 women. Is there anybody else that isn't police in the building at the moment? Is it just those 2 women and the victim?
Oh, yeah, this room is basically all this building has. So it's just a couple of policemen, taking photos, writing things down, and that is it. They're not doing too much at the moment. They haven't made much progress.
All right, well, given that I invented the character of Johnny Cools, he probably doesn't have too much information to give me.
No, but we're willing to do whatever you want from us. We can do whatever you want at the station. And
yep, of course. Well, look, you guys just keep looking at dust for prints everywhere.
Oh, sure. I mean, we don't have much dust on us at the moment, and forensics isn't here properly. We should probably only do it sparingly, right?
Oh yeah. Maybe wait for the forensics team. They can do it. All right, thanks, Johnny. Okay, so my 2 sort of things that I can look at now is I could talk to these women and get their kind of account of what happened. But there's also the body. I might look at the body first so I get my own impressions, which I can then judge against these stories of, if they're like, she clearly died of a knife to the gut, and then I find that she has no knife wounds, but her head is covered in acid. I have no idea. Oh my gosh, murder is so sad. So I'm going to have a look at the body first.
All right, so you take a look at this body. It's a female body in early 40s, perhaps.
Okay.
You take a look at it, reclined in this chair, most of the body covered by this black curtain thing, but you can see her face quite clearly.
Yep.
Eyes closed, hair very wet.
Interesting.
And you've got to do the grisly duty, so you take a look, you unwrap the thing, the black the black
smock
thing, and you take a look. You do indeed see a substantial cut across her neck. Not bleeding profusely right now. However, you do notice it does look like it has been cleaned. What blood there is there looks watered down.
Interesting. So she has a slit throat. Not fun, but it's a kind of clean.
A very fine wound.
Is there blood anywhere, around the body? Like on the, she's sitting here with her head up against the hair washing stations. Is there blood all over those?
Take a look. Absolutely not.
No blood on the scene.
Definitely
if
not.
I get Johnny Cools and the boys, Johnny Cools and the gang, to help me search the floor, the room itself, do I find blood stains or blood spatter anywhere?
All right, you take a look around, you try that. They have a good deal of trouble, but you know how Johnny Cools is. He has eagle eyes that nobody else has.
Yep.
In the office area, there is one tiny speck.
Oh, interesting.
He
I
says,
say, bag that speck, Johnny, and see if it belongs to our victim.
Sure. He says, man, quite frankly, place with so many scissors and razors, I'd expect blood everywhere, right? That's how it goes.
Johnny, please, don't be uncouth.
I just thought that's...
I know they call you Johnny Cool, but they don't call you Johnny Uncouth.
I mean, I was just... I thought that accidents happen. When my girlfriend got a pedicure once...
No. Okay, actually, wait. Yeah, tell me. Did she get murdered?
What? No.
Then it's not relevant to the case, Johnny.
Okay.
Thank you. Although that is an interesting question. Wait. Johnny, what did you say about your girlfriend's pedicure?
Oh, she complained about it once because when they were cutting one of the nails, they nicked a bit of skin, caused her to bleed.
That's interesting. Does this place do manicures, pedicures, things like that?
No.
Okay, then Johnny, get out of here.
I thought that places made you bleed.
This is
That's
a
why I don't
hairdresser.
go to them.
That's why your hair's so long, because you've never been to a
You
hairdresser. 'cause
know,
you think
barbers,
that-
leeches. I thought this was a thing.
Johnny's a very interesting character that we're developing. Okay, so there's a speck of blood in the office. Or the admin section. Is this a separate room or just an area?
It's just an area.
Right, I'll make sure I refer to it as a section. Okay. That's interesting. So someone has, like, cleaned up. Or, I mean, no, even if the body was brought here from somewhere else, they still would have had to clean up after. Like, a body like that isn't going to come in and not bleed. Does the smock that was covering the wound have blood on it?
Not that you can tell. It is black, so it might be a little hard to tell, but in your expert opinion, you cannot see any.
So that they were cleaned up and then they had the smock put on them. I wonder if No, that's so strange. I wonder why you do that. I mean, because you clean the blood, but, like, the body's there. It's not like you're hiding the fact that it's a dead body, or were they? I wonder if it's been sitting here for 2 days. People say, oh, she's just been getting her hair washed.
In your very expert opinion, 2 days is unlikely.
That's interesting. Oh, okay. Clean. I'm going to underline the word clean. Anything else I notice about the body? Is there, like, anything, classic signs of struggle? Is there blood under the fingernails? Does she, any odd stuff? Is she wearing her normal, like, work uniform or just casual I don't know if she has a work uniform.
No, it wouldn't be a uniform, but relatively professional looking clothes. And as you're looking at those, you do also notice a decent amount of her shirt actually is damp. It seems like it's just from water. Like, it's not like it's drenched in blood, but
like,
yeah.
from, like, the shoulders down kind of thing? Or
Yeah.
Okay, like, so it could be involved in the washing of the wound and stuff. Or maybe she
I suppose that would
maybe
make
she's bobbing
sense.
for apples. Okay. And the basin, we already kind of worked out it had no blood in it. Does it have remnants of water and stuff? Like someone used this basin to clean the victim?
I wonder how much, like how long something like that would
It might
last.
not. If it's very, non-stick basin.
Yeah, I assume that
On a hot day.
hair would stay damp for a lot longer than
than ceramic.
basin. I will say it is currently early afternoon.
Okay. So yeah, all right. Interesting.
It's about between 1 and 1:30 p.m. right now.
Okay. Is there anything else I should look at with this body? That I mean, if I give it more, do you think there's anything else I could find? There's a note hidden in the shoes that says, "Here's who killed me."
The body itself, quite frankly, no. There's probably some stuff that you could do, like sending everything off to the lab and all of that.
That's true. It's true. When the forensics guys get here, I'm sure they can do some checks on.
However, just of the general
Hair
environment,
fibers.
there are probably a couple of subtle other things that I
I'll
could
have
give you, but
I'll have a look more around.
I don't know how easy they are.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the body right now.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So I'm looking at this body. I've got a little bit there, but it's nothing that makes me, think, oh my gosh, look at this. But I've got enough there to start with. I know generally what the cause of death is, although, of course, if we do an autopsy, maybe we'll find out that the throat was slit post-mortem. Maybe that's why it hasn't bled so much. Not because they cleaned up all the heaps of blood, but because it happened to a dead body. I don't know. We'll have to find out more. So hopefully when the forensics people get in and they can get the body, maybe there'll be some extra stuff that I haven't seen that comes out of that.
Cool.
But for now, I think that's all I'm going to get from the body. God, does anybody at home remember how to solve murders? So I should talk to these two
You're
people.
already back to your catchphrase.
So let's talk to the two women who work here.
All right.
I'm going to go over and with the two of them together, I'll just say,
Okay.
hello, my name is Detective Bill. I've been called in to solve this murder. That's a little joke between me and the audience. What were your names?
They introduce themselves. The slightly older one, again, late 20s, introduces herself as Marley Fenwick, the assistant manager here. And the younger one, she is Pearl Flint, and she is the apprentice. She's been here for a few months.
What good names. Like, those are some murder mystery names. Marley
Good.
Fenwick and Pearl Flint. Is it Fenwick or Fenwick?
Good.
Obviously, she goes by Fenwick. If she told me her name's Fenwick, then it's Fenwick. Like, I don't need to doubt someone's name. But I'm assuming it's written Fenwick.
Yeah, we're in Australia where we've got that awkward mix of some people use the traditional British pronunciations and some really don't. And it's very difficult to know which.
I was about to insult anyone in our audience who calls themselves Wagner, but I won't.
I was 100% thinking
I'm not going to call out
of
the Wagner
Wagners.
listeners. I'm not calling out the Wagners.
It's not even so, like, it's not so much, like, it's not a problem how you pronounce your name, whether you go with the traditional, like, European pronunciations. Like, if you're going with the name Wagner versus Wagner, okay, whatever. It just means that I can never try to say it because I know I'm going to get it wrong.
You know what's going to happen soon? There's going to be a Vietnamese American who says, no, it's pronounced Nguyen.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it's going to throw everybody off. We're all going to... It's going to happen.
All
It's
our
definitely
brains
going to
are
happen.
going to be thrown.
Sorry. It's how it's spelt, man. Nguyen. Okay, so...
Thing is, Nguyen sounds very real as well. Maybe people are already doing that.
I hope not. Maybe, you know what? They can do whatever they want. So, we're now... I've got Marley and Pearl. I should probably talk to them individually because it's hard to talk to two people at once, especially when one person is doing both of their voices.
Oh, yes. And doesn't do much in the way of voices.
Okay, if you'd like to... Well, I suppose there's no office to step into.
Oh, you'd be surprised how little the sound carries here.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Well, who's telling me that? Someone who wants to listen in? I don't trust you. No, if you'd like to step into the just the office section with me, Pearl. Thought I'd go for Marley, didn't you?
I really did.
Yeah.
The one who is more likely to know stuff.
Yep. I'm going for Pearl. Throwing you off your game. That's what this is about, right? I'm trying to beat
thanks.
you.
Yeah, no problem. Sure.
Okay, Pearl. I'm just going to make a note in my book that I'm talking to you.
Cool. She fiddles with something in her pocket as she walks off with you.
Don't you lay those crumbs for me? What am I going to do?
She goes in.
Grab her hand and say, "What's in your pocket?" I'll ask her later.
Sure.
All right, so we sit down.
Cool. She immediately starts, like, drumming her fingers on her own knee with very long, shiny fingernails.
Oh, lovely. Now, Pearl, you and Marley called the police in this morning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, not this morning. Like, only like 45 minutes ago.
Of course. I wake up late, sorry.
Oh, right, sure.
Could you tell me, in your own words, what happened when you arrived here at work today?
Oh my god, it's kind of embarrassing now. So we both came in, we both get here at the same time. We opened up the doors, we came in, and Liv was just sitting there already. And she doesn't usually give herself hair treatments, but I mean, it's not the first time. We all do each other's hair and stuff.
Liv is the owner?
Oh, yeah, sure.
What's her full name?
Olivia Sachs.
Olivia Sachs.
With a CH.
Interesting. Olivia Sachs.
So, we just left her to it, and then after a while we noticed there was nothing she wasn't actually doing anything. It didn't look like there was any product in her hair, so we just laughed and went, oh my god, she's taking a nap. Well, I mean, sure, we weren't going to wake her up.
Now, you say you left her for some time. How long would you say that she was there from when you arrived to when you called the police?
Okay, this is a bit embarrassing. So we came in at 9 and she was there. And then
That's so long.
And then like an hour later was when we realized she wasn't actually doing anything to her hair. And so we went, haha, she's taking a nap. And then it was right before our lunch breaks that we realized maybe it was a bit of a long nap.
Pearl.
Look, you don't know her. If we get time off from her, she's always here every day. Well, I mean, except for yesterday. But, yeah, it's really nice getting a break from her. And I know that sounds really bad now, but she is on you at all times.
Sorry, just quickly, Pearl, you mentioned she wasn't here yesterday?
Oh, well, not all of yesterday. Yeah, like, it was only a couple of hours, actually, in the morning. She didn't come in until, I don't know, a bit before I took my break, maybe like 11. And she's not usually out, but she was just doing some sort of supply run or something.
A supply run? And you say this is unusual. She'd usually be here all day, every day?
I mean, normally our supplies come to the shop, duh.
Interesting. Did she say what she was going out for, or are you assuming it was a supply run?
I mean, when she came back, she was carrying some supplies and whinging about how annoying it was that stuff had been accidentally cancelled and stuff like that. So yeah, it was supplies.
Are those still here in the building?
I guess. I mean, they're probably on the shelves and things by now.
When she came back, she had a box. Would you be able to recognise that if it was still sitting on a shelf in the office, for example?
Just a box? I mean, yeah, I guess, but she usually unpacks things right away. I was out for lunch right after that, so I'm just assuming it got done.
Interesting. So again, she was here when you arrived. Did you have any customers this morning?
This morning, yeah, I had one. I took the customer this morning. She was getting... Okay, now I've got to make up some hair terms.
Danny's making up terms for hair. This must be very important and part of the mystery. Whatever Danny says, I'm going to put way too much value on it, everybody. Listeners?
Yeah, the customer wanted both a cut and a Botox hair treatment, so she was in all morning.
Could you explain a Botox hair treatment to me?
No, I can't. I just Googled it.
That seems wild. Why would you Google something so interesting? What is a Botox hair treatment? Do you put Botox in your hair? That can't be right. Is it slang?
Topical Botox for hair injections are intended to strengthen hair and improve its appearance. However, sometimes the opposite occurs.
Don't do this.
Most stylists do not recommend using these treatments more than 3 to 4 times a year.
Oh, okay, fine. Sure. Okay, they do. They do recommend using. That's wild.
It's applied to strands by massaging the product on from root to
I'm
tips.
sorry, everybody. This isn't helping the murder, but what? That just
you can have
wild.
Botox treatments, you can have keratin treatments.
Keratin, okay, that makes sense. Hair's made of keratin.
Yeah.
Like, if I hear keratin hair treatment, I'm like, yeah, that's fair. That seems reasonable. But Botox for your hair? That seems crazy.
One of the main benefits of getting hair Botox is that your hair will become frizz-free and manageable for up to several months. That's awesome.
Okay, maybe we should all get Botox in our hair. Okay.
Who knew that poison was so dang good?
Why we love this poison? Okay, sorry. Now I'm so thrown by this Botox hair treatment.
Oh, no, I've now introduced the element of poison into this throat
Wait,
cutter.
so you're saying there was poison? There was poison. Someone came in this morning and you gave them poison.
Oh, no.
So you had a customer come in?
Yeah.
Just the one?
Yeah, just the one. It was my day to have a go with a customer. Usually, Liv has her own clients. She's got her own list of the people. Those are the fancy ones. And we get, ours are, I guess you'd call them fancy too, but they're not celebrities or anything. And so that's what me and Marley handle, and we take turns.
And none of Liv's clients turned up today?
No.
Is that unusual? Would you usually expect one in the morning?
They often don't follow the norm, a scheduling booking thing. She organizes with those totally separately. It's her place and it's her weird system. Maybe it's just so that I don't know, maybe it's a security thing because so many of them are such big names. I don't know. She has her own little private list that she keeps somewhere.
Bill, if you could play the side note music in post, thank you. Interesting, everybody. She has her own clients, her own special list of private clients, and she was complaining yesterday about things being cancelled and cancellations. I wonder if there's a connection there between some meetings she was supposed to have, and I'm going to say these clients buy drugs from Liv, and that was cancelled, and yada, yada, yada. Maybe the package she brought back were unsold drugs. Just a thought. All right, back to the investigation. Okay, and the customer didn't notice anything strange with the dead woman in the chair. Nothing came up.
No, we didn't really comment on it. Maybe she just felt a little awkward.
All right. Is there anybody... Now I'm getting into the questions I always forget to ask. Is there anybody you think who may have wanted to kill Liv? Did she have any enemies? A rival hair studio across the road?
Oh my god. I would never have thought of that. I guess you could call Maddox a rival hairdresser. He's not across the road and, he never would come here. But, yeah, they used to work together. They do not like each other.
Interesting. And do you have any information I could get to contact Maddox?
Sure. She just brushes past you. She jumps straight onto the business computer. She whizzes through something. You're really impressed with her typing speed. And
even those nails.
Exactly. It's quite something. Like, you'd expect them to be filed down as she goes with what she's doing. She doesn't look like she's bringing up any sort of special thing. She's just doing a Google for it. But she finds the specific name for him and goes, cool. Yeah, this is his details. This is his biography page. Don't trust all of it. He lies a lot, apparently.
Oh, no.
At least that's what Liv says. But, you know, I've never worked for him, so who knows. But yeah, and you see an address that's 15 minutes away.
Wonderful. So I now have a way to contact a new character, Maddox.
Look, I haven't been doing this for very long, but Maddox might not be the only person. From what I hear, this is a really cutthroat industry. Oh my God.
Come on, Pearl.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, like, it's apparently really brutal out there. People are nasty to each other all the time. Now, I'm trying not to get into all of that. I'm trying to, you know, mind my own business, keep my nose clean. But that's what you hear.
Solve This Murder is created by Bill Sunderland and Dani Siller as part of the Consume This Media network. To find out more about all of our shows, you can head to consumethismedia.com. If you want to try your hand at solving this murder yourself, send your current theory in to solvethismurderpod@gmail.com and you may end up on our wall of detectives.
If you enjoyed part 1 and you cannot wait another week for the next part and to see where this mystery concludes, our Patreon donors at www.patreon.com/consumethismedia will have all 6 parts of this mystery available to them right now. So if you're the sort of person who enjoys binging and just needs to hear that answer, that's where you'll find it.
A special thank you to Jared, Devon and Whit from the podcast Advanced Sagebrush and Shootouts for creating our theme music. And thanks to all of you for listening.